Hello again, this is the Watering Man. I'd like to do a little spiritual toolbox short on the natural is teaching what's about the spiritual. See, there's natural orderly arrangement out here in this natural universe, it's natural physical stuff, because it seems solid, but it's really kind of an illusion, because inside of all this stuff down in the tiniest of tiniest of tiniest, and the atoms going down below, protons, neutrons, electrons, down even below that, quarks, on down below that, if they got it right, the string theory, all the way down, just tiniest of tiniest, beyond that, it's all this in there. It's just mostly, like in an atom, it's mostly empty space. It's got a little bit of mass, a little bit of matter in there, but there's most of it's empty space. Just with those different gravity being like the love of God, the strong and weak nuclear force holding the strong force holding the nucleus together, and then the electrons and stuff are like an electron cloud, kind of like orbiting, kind of around the nucleus. It's in a cloud around the nucleus. With a strong nuclear force holding that. That's kind of like your gravity down inside it, the tiniest. That's the strongest force. And that electromagnetism, it's got having all these, makes it feel solid. Because the electrons and stuff out here pushing against other electrons and stuff, that's a pretty strong force. Much stronger than gravity out here pulling. But see, the gravity way down in that strong nuclear force is the strongest. And gravity is just speaking of a spiritualist speaking in your mind of God's love. All of it's going to come back to one. If you green like God in your mind, that's what it's doing, because this is like the universe, the orderly arrangement in your mind. It's like this natural stuff out here. It's just some picture out here, what's going on inside. Let me read. Hang on a minute. I had to encourage myself again last night, hurting in my hips and blah, 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 blah. Probably just cold weather and multitude of pressures and stuff. Same old stuff. A little different viewpoint of it, right? Like this ball out on the table of these thought processes, and in our mind, you gotta look at it from many, many, many different ways, approaches, all these pressures, same thing, okay? Now, let's read 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 45-46. Hang with me as I'm trying to help you. I look at these too. I need to look at, listen to them, go back over it, habitually practice it, help keep myself strengthened. So I don't think everybody falls. How fast do you get back up and keep going? Do you agree with God? Not just go with this lollipop giver and this condemner. Good and evil stuff. It's in your own mind. Anybody out here saying stuff, it doesn't really affect you too much as long as you don't take it in here. Swallow it, hook, line, and sinker. Then it's going to affect you big time. All right. I'm going to read this out of New King James, okay? It just flows easier. Okay. In verse 45 and 46, in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, it says, And so it is written, the first man, Adam, became a living being. The last Adam became a life-giving spirit. Verse 46. However, the spirit is not first. That's this spirit. Think it in here. There's little seeds buried in your earthly thinking. Way down in there deep. Okay. However, the spiritual is not first, but the natural. It's natural stuff out here, and even that poop thinking in your mind is put up on a superior position, like in this fraction in your mind. If you put it like in a fraction, the little seeds planted in there, they're buried. They're put in the inferior position on the bottom of that fraction. Inferior position. What God? Huh? I don't even know. I don't even believe in that God stuff. It's buried in your old poopy thinking, if you want. Okay. In your fleshly thinking. Your earthly thinking. And on the top, it's putting this natural, fleshly poop thinking. Bullcrap. Dung. Scat. I count it all as dung for winning Christ. Germinate that seed. Put God on the first. He's the prototype. All the way down, even the tiny seeds that he's planting in there. That's like the spark plug. It's gonna, at these four-way stops, these intersections, just in the storms, in the eye of the storm, the four-way stop. Don't trust in all that. Zoom, zoom. That carnal mind doing. If you're actively hostile and opposed to God, opposed to you going, not against, remember, it's ice. 2 and then 2, back to God. Unifying. All those forces, like all this strong force, weak nuclear force, this gravitational force and electromagnetism, and the natural. It's all come back to one, but you got a green light God, or you can't get there at all. That's natural way of thinking. Looking out here in this thing here, oh no, it's all doom and gloom. It's going out and been hidden by the dark matter and been pushed away. Same type of stuff. Don't believe that sucker. Let God be true. And all that humanistic thinking is bullcrap. BS. Done. If you believe that stuff, if you don't believe the truth, you will believe the lie. Because, man, it seems as real as all get out. This pen right here, man, that's real. See if I go like this, I stab it in my hand. Oh, it hurts. See, all this stuff inside this is like, it's not really all that real if you, those forces in there. God set up all this stuff so he can do this relationship builder in us and bring us back so we really truly appreciate him, and so we can exist, walk, live, go through this course of life. Exist in those 3 ages, those 3 days of our earthly, each one of us, earthly experience back into the great I am, the self-existent one. And he places us like a string is out. You feed into God, it's stringed out. It's like, it's broken and it's strung out like spaghettification. But if you go the other way, it's like you're being pretzelated, sticking your good foot and your bad foot down in your mouth. Your lifestyle, your efforts, everything I do just goes crap. Well, I gotta pay for what this bad stuff I do. You're like a pretzelated. Red way, and then there's the green way. This spiritual way, you feed to the spirit, you reap the life of the ages. Reap peace, come back into this permanent satisfaction of God. You sow to the flesh, that fleshly thinking, that carnal mind, and then it's that starts putting all this outward stuff. And just polish out like, I look good, brother. I see all kinds of lollipops. You're just going through, you're not really getting much in the spiritual. Let's read this verse 46. However, spiritual is not first, but the natural, and afterward, the spiritual. You feed to that, you put that on the top, and then you keep greenlighting it. It's going 1 to 2 to 4 days. It'll overtake that fleshly stuff. It goes all the way down into, remember, the deep, not just this outward stuff, all this fleshly stuff, outer court and holy place. Go inside your mind. That's what God's doing, the relationship builder. Right? He's still working on me. Pow! Right? Little spark plug. It's taking like that plasma guns. It's a 4-way stops. Shooting that darkness. Zap, 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 zap. And the darkness just disintegrates. It's garbage thinking. It's got to go so you can go through the eye of the needle. Can't take all that baggage, that fleshly, carnal thinking. Can't go through that eye of the needle. Like it's easier to take a camel to the eye of the needle. Stuff that big camel. I take a big stick. Trying to put that camel through the eye of a needle. Easier to do that than to take any amount of that fleshly thinking, that baggage thinking, your own baggage thinking through the eye of the needle. Only spirit can go through there. The righteousness of God. You gotta exist. Green light, God. To go in there. It's bringing you, leveling you up. Now, I still can't do that. All that other stuff is black stuff, dark, carnal, fleshly stuff. It's like the good, bad, and ugly. Good lollipops and the bad. It's all ugly. The good, bad, and ugly. A little bit. I get all cleared out. Maybe I can do it good for you. I just can't do it right now. And then zap, 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 zap. Right? Because it's going 1 to 2 to 4 to 8, 16. It's zapping out those little dark spots. Like at 16, man. 16 shooter. It's bringing it up to 1. And then adding all that other good news with it. Like bringing your posse with you. And then it grows from 16 plus another 16. Boom. Up to 32. And then you got a big 32 posse. All that good news. Plus the little ace in the hole. Spark plug, that seed of Christ. Where all of it's coming from. It's been generated, increased. God gives the increase. Not in any of this dark matter. Dark energy, carnal crap. Can't do nothing. You can't drive out this dark stuff with dark stuff. This crap thinking can't drive out crap thinking. The Lord of the Flies. Doesn't battle against the Lord of the Flies. Right? In these 4-way stops. If you try to do that, you just flow to the right. You're a good way. You're eating a big old lollipop. That thing's molesting your mind. And that thing is your own red way of thinking. Just a minute. Trying to choke me out there a little bit. Okay. Now, so let me read through this real quick again. Trying to. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 45:46 from the New King James Version. And so it is written, the first man, Adam, became a living soul, a living being, okay? The last Adam became a life-giving spirit. It's giving you life. The fullness of life you got. Whoa. However, the spiritual is not first. Those things are buried in your earth, in your earthly thinking. But the natural is all this poop thinking and this stuff based on the outside. You gotta get in here. You gotta germinate, and God's bringing you out this outer court and holy place stuff, exterior stuff, battling the demons, the devils. You're imagining that stuff. You're like a rugrat. Man, that lawnmower out there is awful. Man, they do that about once a week. It's daddy and mommy out there, or somebody paid a hired hand cutting the grass to keep down the mosquitoes and snakes and all that stuff. Come on, man, it's a tool. You're imagining stuff, man. It's a monster. It'll get you. Come out of that outer court holy place. God permit, you'll go on beyond these rudimentary, elementary principles. Come into the holy of holies, in here in the deep, in your mind. Then God goes down to the deeper, down to that single thought process, blows it up to the earth, to Alpha Centauri, a ball, magnifies it. And I'll show you all the way down in there to that little bitty spark plug, that seed of Christ. Like that one little grain of sand that's light. And then you got like 35,300 million trillion grains of sand that's blacker than the ace of spades in there. He said, I'm working on this one right here. Do you want to chop it up? Do you want to skim it out while I'm working on it? Because the temperature is just right to get this one little part out. And then you green light all you got. Whatever that, you germinated whatever level you're at in this thought process. Here comes the one with things like, whatever, 1 to 2 to 4, whatever level. With all your good news he's already given you. God's brought you to, that you agreed. Agree. These are permanently fixed. You got that many, like, plasma shots. We'll call that plasma shots. Taking out that baffling, confusing man. Stop. Be still. Put a muzzle on it, dog. Just frying it. Consuming fire and refining fire. All that baggage. Sarks and fussy thinking, all this junk. Yuck. And changing that. Little spot way down in there in the deeper and down to the deepest. That's where it's working. The Holy of Holies. The most holy place. What's holy is purifying you, sanctifying you. Green light God. Come on, man. Get in there. Oh, woo. Sorry, I got congestion and stuff. Okay? It's like in a nuclear star, in a nuclear fusion, and start making that heavier, more dense. Bring you like from hydrogen to helium. Each one of these all the way down in there, like each of them little grains of sand. God's doing it the way he wants to do it. Not your way. Your way is this black way. Ooh, yuck. Green with God. Green light God. Everything you got in hot pursuit emphatically. And wow. I think the gunfight at the OK Corral or something. Man, what about this gunfight? All of them going on in here. This spiritual warfare going on in your mind. God's doing it for you. He's doing this relationship builder. You really get to experience God, the great I am, the self-existent one, is the greatest. is your exceeding great reward. Woo! Like God told Abram in Genesis 15:1. I am your exceeding great reward. I am a self-existent one. He's your exceeding great reward. Just exist in all three of those days. Those ages in the earth. Not all literal 24-hour days. Right at 3 times. Are sure I should be perfected. You germinate seed. Say you germinate. Seed, okay. Kind of like a water baptism or something. But you're not germinating everything in there. So it's water baptism. You gotta change weight. Agree with God. I don't think that's a one starter. Say 1. And then you got like say 3 days. Okay, I'll do it 3 times. 1 to 2 to 4 to 8. It should be enough, right? 8 should be a lot. Take care of all this 35,300 million trillion of them great. Nope. Not even close. You're way down there. I'd say about closer to one of the least, maybe not the least, in the kingdom of God. It's not very dense in God's character. Not very bright. Keep going. Greenlighting God said that future's so bright. You gotta wear shades, right? Then there when they God like passing Moses. You know, I was talking in there. I couldn't even see the bright. Oh my goodness. Now we're talking inside your mind. That's actually going to affect much. That grace of this light inside you. Let it reflect all of you. The grace, the charis, the divine influence in your heart, in your mind, and then thought processes and its reflection out into your lifestyle. Wow. This man. Don't let nothing stop. Okay, now let's go through this a little quickly, okay? Now, all this like your observable universe, that's not all there is. But that's all that you can possibly. That's like your mind. That's like that in the natural, like an observable universe, 93 billion light years. And 1 light year in the natural, I got it written down here, it travels 5.88 trillion. 12 more zeros. Move that decimal place 12 times to the right. Miles. Holy cow. Or 5.88 e to the 12. 10 times 12. 10 to the 12th power. God, oh, okay. Now, not just from the earth to the sun, like 1 astronomical unit in the natural. Average about 93 million, or e to the 6th. 10 times 6 power of 6. Okay? Miles. Okay? Just in our solar system, like from the Earth to Pluto. Not the dwarf planet, they're calling it now. Okay? 3.67 billion, or e to the 9th power of miles. That's a tiny bit. That's 0.000628 light years of 1 light year. It's 0.6 thousandths. If you divide 1 light year 1,000 times, it's 0.6. It's barely over half of one of those. If you divide a light year by 1,000 times, it's just barely over half of one of those light year of a light year. And how many light years is they're saying the observable universe, or like your mind? each thought process, and then you got all those thought processes in it, and it's expanding just like the statue. All that dark is growing increasingly. That firmament, open expanse, is growing desolate. Just like that dark matter and dark energy stuff. Oh man, it's blacker than It's growing, expanding. It's like your mind. Try to think about thinking. If you think you get a number on that, it's still growing, constantly increasing. Okay. Now, wow, that's humongous, right? The observable universe is natural 93 billion light years, approximately. Okay, and just from the Earth to Pluto, which is 3.67 billion miles, and that's like 0.61 of a light year. Divide a light year. 1 light year 1,000 times is 0.6 of those. Wow, that's starting to boggle the mind, right? All right, showing you, it's working in there. God's doing it all. We can't even change one little bitty tiny grain of sand in one thought process that God's magnifying up. We can't do nothing. Stop by your own might, your own power. No, it's like plasma gun that God, the seed of Christ, by the Spirit of God. It's not by your might, nor by your power, but it's by my Spirit, says the Lord. Let God be like, oh, I try. I'm just kind of congested, okay? He's the best gunfighter you ever saw. Plasma gun, baby. It's in your mind. He's working on that. God's relationship building. It's changing that darkness into light. It's unifying in plasma, just like in that going down to the primordial atom, or in like a star in this nuclear fusion and stuff, plasma in there. It's kind of bringing all those forces, gravity, electromagnetism, and strong and weak nuclear, they're all coming back. But you got green light, God, or you can't even see it. You can't natural. Hey, you guys are crazy. That is see, that carnal mind is telling you, hey, God isn't even real. They just want to pile more and more of your manure thinking, your fleshly thinking, and bury those seeds. Keep it in the inferior position. Sorry. I'm trying. Alright. Do all this study and lay out these notes, but sometimes it's just got to come from the Spirit. I'm asking, let your Spirit flow. Alright. Now, so don't feed to that red way. It can't see, hear, taste, touch, or smell nothing with that big log, your old ego. That it just got out. Trying to keep it in the inferior position. Kick its butt out. Kick that old donkey, that ass. Kick its ass out. Boom. Kick your old donkey thinking out by agreeing with God. Let him take those plasma guns. Take you through each four-way stop in your mind. Keep greenlighting them. Close all this good news, this gospel. It's adding them up. It's what is it? Accumulating. And because it's adding up, like 1 to 2 to 4 to 8, right? And it's come back in. Can't really think of. It's in the word Kai. Okay. It's cumulative and it's copulating. It's coming back in the union with God. It's all adding up. Coming back, bringing back in. That's why in God is coming into oneness with God. Oh my goodness, that's the green way, green light God. And those 3 H's, your earthly experience. Don't red light him at all. If you find yourself fall down and stuff, get up quickly. God's not condemning you. There's therefore now no condemnation to those who are in rest and relying in God. Romans 8:1, right? You're a condemner. Oops. You're falling down. Don't go that red way. I could go on this. Don't rely on that self. That ego must decrease, and God must increase. Right? I got all kinds of stuff loaded out here. Which way are you choosing? In these 3 days in your earthly experience, God's way or your own red Adamic way? You're red in the face. That's 666. Humanistic thinking. Or you let God zap out all that stuff in your works, your efforts, and your mind. He's working in here in the deepest. Don't focus on this outer court. No. Gotta get in there in the Holy of Holies in your mind. Take out all that fleshly stuff. Little bit by little bit by little bit. All right, thank you. Have a great day. Share these and like them. Thank you. Bye-bye.